Okay, here we are. We're as live as it's going to get today. Welcome. So we're chatting today about all things gym closures and just some ideas of how to support your members, how the members can support the gym owners. And I'm chatting with three coaches today. I'll get you guys to introduce yourself. So what do you do, whether you own a gym or not, whether you go to a gym or not, and what facilities of yours, whether the ones you own and run or the ones you maybe go to, have closed down. So for me, I'm Kate. I'm an online health coach, and in the last couple of days, my yoga studio has closed down in my town. My gym has closed down, and also the community pool where I had my toddler registered for swimming lessons has closed down as well. So those are a pretty big chunk of my social activities, as it turns out. Like it turns out that that's how I spend my time. I go somewhere and I move with other people. What about you, Erin?
Yeah, I'm Erin. I work mostly at Precision Nutrition, doing all sorts of things. But on the side, very part-time, I also coach at a local CrossFit here in Stratford, Ontario, CrossFit Stratford. And decision was made by the owners to actually close down on Sunday night. And it was a very tough decision, but really feel it was the best decision for our community. So that is closed, and that not only impacts myself, but my kids also do training there as well. And obviously it's like a big part of our community and our social. So it's been a bit of an adjustment as we move towards thinking about how do we maintain not only the fitness aspects, but also like the aspects of community that are really a big part of that group.
Thanks, Erin. And we have a couple of folks hopping on. Hello. Jeff, can you give us a little intro? Hello.
Hello. My name is Jeff Gervitz. I am the owner of Bang Personal Training in Toronto, a very brick and mortar business that we have shut down for the foreseeable future. I have a 3-year-old who also takes part in all kinds of recreational activities, which are off. And so we are navigating this sort of transition, just trying to provide service in any way we can to our existing membership base.
Thanks, Jeff. Jeremy.
Hi, folks. I'm Jeremy Fernandez. I am a PN employee, mostly in client care and social moderation. So some of you guys may have seen me in the CERT group or in the Pro Coach group. I also coach at Bang with Jeff, and that is being shut down for the foreseeable future. And like Kate, I was trying to think through like, how does this impact me? And yeah, pretty much anywhere I go is to move my body. So the climbing gym is out of commission for a little while, no swimming, and obviously no gyms to train out of, but I'm trying to find ways to be creative and work around that.
Thanks, Jeremy. So Jeff, for yourself, like when did you close down Bang? How long ago was it? And at what point have you started thinking about that being a possibility?
We shut down Tuesday morning, although it feels like it was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right. So as of Monday, I was racking my brain trying to figure out, okay, what if we just limit it to personal training, and we do sort of a 4-on-1 model, and we really screen everyone, and everyone has 6 feet plus of space. And, at the end of the day, I don't want us to be the weak link in the public health chain. I don't, when we look at any potential spread of COVID-19, I don't want to be the hot spot. I want to take care of our people. So it was sort of all the resistance, I think. And when I got over that, it was actually a quick decision. So, fortunately, we've got a great coaching team. We're rolling with it as best we can. And that's how it's been. So yeah, it feels like it's been ages, but it's really just been a few days.
Jeff, how is your gym supporting the members right now? What does that look like?
So we put a big missive out saying, hey, obviously we can't bring you in. We would like to build bespoke at-home training programs for you, like I think a lot of people have done. We are very fortunate to have the kind of members we do and have the support that we do. So we have been able to keep things rolling from a financial perspective, and now we are sort of navigating this transition. So one of the things that I told our coaches as we do this is I am not looking to build a scalable online business in the sense of how do we build systems, how do we apply something or make it scalable where we can apply whatever we're doing to thousands of people. We just want to serve the ever-loving hell out of everyone that we work with in any way we can. So we're willing to be absurdly inefficient with our time in order to just figure this out and make it happen. Because at the end of the day, this is about personal connection. I don't see us. I know there's been a big push to grow your online clientele. It is what felt to me like a crowded space before is now absolutely saturated. If your newsfeed is like anything like my newsfeed, we're just hearing all these voices. So right now, I just want to really take care of the people that we have, navigate how to do that, and maybe in 6 or 8 weeks, when the rest of the world is tired of doing burpees in their living room desperately, we can start to craft a more structured approach.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Erin, what about you? So you are a CrossFit level 2 coach. So you coach at CrossFit Stratford. Erin coached me. She kicked my butt a couple of years ago. That was a great workout. When you hear just Jeff speaking, like what is similar? I would imagine some things are similar to how your gym is approaching it. Some things are different. Well, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, definitely from the get-go, the decision to close is never easy, but it was, as Jeff said, it's like we care about our members, we care about our coaches and their families, and certainly want to be able, like the decision to close early was all to, do our best to not be part of this spread, right, and to keep everyone healthy. And then, yeah, I mean, CrossFit, is designed that obviously you can kind of potentially do it wherever, right? So it's, as far as programming, the programming part isn't really the biggest challenge, right? There's lots of boxes and programs out there that can offer, you can, quickly get access to anything that you can do at home. We're specifically offering a track for people to not only do at home, but do at home if you have dumbbells and weights, if you have to use bags of rice and dog food, right? So we're giving lots of options and trying to help people stick with some sort of normal routine. So if you're a 6 a.m. or you came to class, get up at 6 a.m. at home and do your workout at home. So we're offering the programming, but similar to what, Jeff kind of said, is the connection piece is a really big part of any kind of gym community, especially as like a Bang or a CrossFit Box. Like people come not just for the workout, but they come to see people, right? And they come to feel cared for. So making sure that as coaches that we're connecting with people in different ways, emailing, texting, Facebook groups, all the rest. We did a Zoom workout last night. So we kind of had like a roll the dice kind of WOD where, and people joined on Zooms from their different spaces and did the workout together. So again, we're only really 5 days in on this and trying different ways to stay connected. But so far we have a really strong community that is very active in a Facebook group. They're logging workouts. We're actively, high-fiving people with emojis and stuff. So yeah, high five. So yeah, week 1, feeling really good about all the things that we're doing. I don't think that, long-term we're going to be a remote, coaching community, but it does allow us to actually pick up on some of the things we've done online, which we have done some online kind of nutrition coaching, mini challenges and coaching through Facebook. So I see that, we'll start to do more of that as we, to supplement the workout part of it.
Thanks, Erin. And Jeremy, how has this impacted your in-person hours versus online hours? And what are you doing to support your clients right now?
I mean, I'm lucky in the sense that I have a good split between in-person and online. So for the in-person people, it's, hey, how can I best support you? What can I give you right now? So one of the things I had to consider here was, what is a skill set that I currently have, and how can I use that to best support my people? So for the people who I normally see, we understand that this is maybe not a time to push forward with some goals. Like, I don't think many people are going to be getting considerably stronger or leaner in their at-home gyms, but maybe we can focus on some micro goals. So there's some mobility stuff that you want to work on. Hey, if I can program for you, great. I'm going to give you that stuff. If not, maybe I put you in the direction of someone else who I know is doing a really great job online. So I have some friends who are like a chiropractor, and he does an online class every morning. So I've just been sending my people to those people.
I heard something you said. So this is probably not going to be a good time and place for some goals, and might be a time and place for other goals. So I'm curious, how do you guys work out right now? And what, if any, goals do you have for yourself, just in terms of health, consistency, anything else? Just popcorn style. Who wants to hop in? How I want to hear this. How are you working it? Are you working it?
Yeah, it's a good question. That yes, because I would go crazy without it. And it's honestly, my goal is move my body and then feel better after I finish. And if I can check those two boxes, then I'm done for the day.
What have you done so far, Jeremy? Burpees in the living room?
I have never programmed a burpee for someone else, and I'll be damned if I have to do one myself.
I can do it. Jeff can do it for you. Aaron, we got you. We got you covered. If you want somebody.
I did some burpees this week. I did some other stuff too. I'm really fortunate. I have some stuff at home. I have a barbell, I have dumbbells, I have a pull-up bar, rings, and a rope. To be honest, this week I feel for me it's about knowing that I'm at a heightened state of stress. This is all new. There's unknown. There's a lot of things at PN that we're working on. So for me, it's not about like, let's add more stress by going to push some big weights and do some complex stuff. Even though I can, and really just focusing on, sort of similar to Jeremy, like, how do I move today? How do I stretch? How do I find space to breathe? I imagine, in the weeks to come, I'll settle in and get back to doing some other stuff. But yeah, just looking for ways, opportunities to connect. So what are my CrossFit friends doing? I'm going to do a workout with them just so we can chat about it, right? Even if we're not doing it together. So really my goals right now, my immediate goals have shifted for sure. But I see an opportunity where they'll kind of go back, but yeah. But I have been doing burpees.
I will hijack this entire Zoom meeting and rail against burpees. But out of respect for Kate, I'm going to keep my opinions to myself.
Jeff?
Jeremy, I can jump on later. Commiserate. So one thing that Aaron said that really resonated with me is, hey, like, our stress is pretty high. And so how we approach training is often a perception. This is one of the things I try to kind of speak against. Intense all the time, because we want to be cognizant of what is our systemic stress load. And if it's high, we may not even have the adaptive reserve. Like, even if the will is there, it may not serve you. For me personally, this has been a tremendous opportunity to, instead of compartmentalizing my fitness and trying to wedge it into, say, a single hour, 90-minute block, I'm just moving all day long, all the time. I'm not worried about anything structured. I'm playing with my toddler. I'm doing extra stuff. I'm running around. When we're playing in the playground, I'm going beyond just tag. I may add more steps. I may add quick changes of direction. I may jump, but it's for fun. One of the things that gets kind of lost in this conversation is what's this for again? It's for quality of life. And if exercise is always a slog, I'm not sure that adds to it. So this is, in my opinion, a tremendous opportunity to just look for what are the joyful aspects of exercise? What are the joyful aspects of movement? And mental health is top tier for us. It's our absolute first priority, because if your mind isn't right, none of the mental stuff's going to follow anyway, right? So I've just been looking to sprinkle movement in anywhere I can into all these interstitial moments in my life.
Yeah, I'm definitely a gym goer. I think I have tried to establish a habit of working out at home multiple times over multiple years and have failed every single time. So I have some pieces of equipment at home which I'm now pulling out of the garage. They're covered in dust, and trying to do things with them. And I think I sent Aaron my very intense beast mode list of workouts that I've done the other day. I think it included a 5-minute meditation and like a 10-minute gentle stretching class. And that's what I managed to do in a day, because I think I'm very much in that moping state as well. Like, wah, wah, like I can't go to my gym and I can't do my things with the barbell. And I think some folks in the industry may be feeling that way too, because I think, as Jeremy alluded, we might come to depend on physical movement as much more than just physical movement, where it becomes social time. It becomes like, that's how we go out. So I'm wondering, what strategies or advice do you have for maybe clients or just folks who don't like working out on a good day? Because speaking of the systemic stress load, right? Like where maybe that social support is the one thing that got them out. What should they do? What words of wisdom do you have?
I'll jump in.
Yeah,
I'll jump in.
go for it.
Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead.
You know what? I 100% stole this from you anyway. So this is Jeff through my filter. And I think one of the great concepts that he shared with me over the years is learning to flip the switch from exercise to movement. And you don't have to look at everything as sets and reps. Maybe it's just, I'm going to go for a walk today. And that's how I check the box today. It doesn't have to be as structured as I need a specific mobility warm up followed by my strength work, followed by my accessory work, followed by my mobility cool down. Maybe it's just I move my body in a way that feels good to me for today. And it's a chance to explore those things. You did.
That makes me pretty happy to hear. I think maybe if we look at why do we need all this extra support and motivation to get this stuff done, again, it's maybe maybe our view of exercise is a little bit too transactional. We're just worried about how many calories we burn, how many pounds we move, and we have this amazing opportunity to just ask ourselves, what do I like doing? What do I enjoy? What movement either brings me peace of mind or helps me tune into my body? And guess what? You've got a much less structured day, odds are, and you have all kinds of opportunities to do that. You might get some weird looks at the office for, say, crawling to the water cooler as opposed to walking. I do weird shit in my house all day long. And my toddler's into it, and my wife puts up with it, and it's all good.
Yeah, Jeff, you'll be happy to know that my gentle stretching workout that I did informed me that I burned 12 calories. So, speaking of making sure and numeric everything, right? So, yeah, I hear you there.
I've been actually, some of the things that I think work really well when people are just trying to get into the habit of exercising in a gym actually work well at home too. Like, get out of your pajamas and put your running shoes on, put your workout stuff on. Even if you're not committing to doing an hour-long session, just commit to the small pieces, right? So get the workout stuff on. Once you have that on, maybe just commit, like, I'm just gonna go for a walk around the block just to warm up and see how I feel, right? And I think too, the opportunity to have your kids at home, no matter what the age is, you can kind of use them as your workout buddies, right? So the other day it was the end of the day, I really didn't want to do anything. I certainly didn't want to go outside. And I was like, okay, I have this like kind of planking core workout thing that I can do. And I was like, hey, you're our youngest kid, come do this with me. I need some company, right? So we're seeing a lot of our members actually, they're sharing pictures and videos of them and their kids are doing the things as well. So it's kind of creating these little mini versions of the accountability that you might get, the social systems that you get going to a gym and just bringing it into your space. But I think right now, especially in this first week, it's really just being forgiving, right? Like giving yourself the gold star for, I didn't do the hour-long programming thing, but I did something and that's okay today, right? And maybe that bar will be different next week. But being kind to yourself, being forgiving the same way you would be, you know, we hope with each other. But also using some of the things that have worked for us in the past. What do you know works for you to kind of move you along that path of doing the thing that you want to do?
Yeah, for sure. And I think the word community has come up quite a bit, right? And those like relationships that we have with the gym members, but also our clients and neighbors, if you will. So Jeff, that might be a good question for you, actually. One of the folks in the community was wondering, so she's a gym owner, and said they also had to close their doors. But she said the one thing that she's really worried about right now is the 22 employees that she has, and she's not paying them right now. And she's feeling incredibly bad and guilty and worried about the employees, but also about the long-term kind of feasibility of her business. She can't afford to pay her 22 employees. How are you navigating this? Or maybe just what thoughts or strategies you have there?
Yeah, wow. I mean, you know, we feel this responsibility. So on top of all this other stuff that's going on, and on top of worrying about your own livelihood, we have this responsibility for other people. And you know, situations vary and different. So I don't want to get too into the weeds in terms of whether you've got contractors or, you know, for us, I've got salary people. And I think we're all just trying to navigate it. And I'm not sure there's a definitive answer beyond like, let's be transparent. Let's work together. You know, in our particular case, we've been able to just focus everyone on building online training programs, on keeping everyone humming and connecting in any way we can. And I think that that value is not to be understated. We could all use a little more assurance and support right now. So that's the opportunity. But I mean, how do we make it work? We're in this bizarre sort of place where we don't know what we were talking about how everyone's frozen. Is my internet kicked out? Can you guys hear me?
Yours is, Jeff. If you want to lose your video for just a moment, that might help.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. So, there I'm in black and white. So so again, we're navigating this weird time, and we can be transparent. We can be honest. We have an opportunity to support. You know, the people we work with really could use some more love and some more assurance, and any way we can be of service to them, I think is wildly appreciated. What does that look like? Well, that can vary tremendously. And I think this is our opportunity. Times are changing, and maybe permanently, I don't know, but this is our opportunity to be curious and figure out what people need. And I'll bet it's not compartmentalized fitness. I'll bet people don't need. And one of the reasons, by the way, if you have struggled to do these intense home workouts, I would, tender the potentially controversial opinion that that's pretty normal. This isn't the ideal space for that. So the way we work out and the way people may need support may vary quite a bit. On the roundtable from yesterday, with JB and KSD and everyone, Sharad Mahan from Trainerize was on. He was talking about workouts are not what people are digging into right now. What has suddenly become the most used feature is habit-based stuff, is nutrition. And I mean, that's a much more subjective and personal thing. And I think that's where we can be of service. So if there's something that you can kind of send your trainers, your staff to do and help with in this respect, it's definitely worth exploring.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. And I guess that kind of the follow-up question that comes to me here, and anyone really, just please weigh in. We've talked about how we support our clients, how gym owners support their members. And I'm curious, how can we allow or let our clients support us right now? So how can a gym member allow their members to be of help, like right now? What could we do?
That's a good question. I mean, I hope that for our members, they feel connected still in the ways that we're doing it, and I mean that they want to continue to be part of it and give back. I think even outside of the fitness space, the community that we've created, I think, is a great opportunity for us to keep an eye on each other, right? So let us know. I mean, we know the advantage of living in a fairly small town. It's like, let us know if you know somebody that needs help. How can we, outside of fitness and health, how can we help? Is there a mom that needs diapers? Is there someone who's sick who can't get access and stuff? So it's for, I hope, my hope is that, that this is an opportunity for members to kind of see beyond the health and fitness space a little bit too, and really stay connected in ways, and give back, I guess, to the community that gym owners have created.
Yeah, and I think for me, the biggest takeaway, just even like from the yesterday's coalition, I hope everyone here has had a chance to watch that. And also the article that we just came out with on online coaching and gym closures. What really stood out are some ways in which small business owners can allow their patrons to help right now. So I loved what one gym is doing, where they have extended and postponed everyone's memberships. Like they paused membership payments, but they allowed their members to opt into not pausing the payments, right? And kind of what Jeff talked about, being transparent. I think it's pretty clear right now that brick and mortar facilities are struggling. So allowing those members, those clients that might be financially able to continue supporting those gyms might be one way to go. So what I keep seeing and I keep hearing is that we as an industry might be making assumptions about what people need. Because if you look at the chatter, the general chatter in the groups and kind of the internet in general, it seems that we think that clients need at-home workouts right now and a discount, right? Or free membership or free whatever. And that may not be the case, right? And I'm reflecting on some of the private clients I've had a conversation with this week, where one client needed a book recommendation. That's what she wanted from me. She wanted a book recommendation. And another one asked to change the frequency of her calls and make them shorter. So as I speak, I don't know, Jeremy, do you have any thoughts here? Like, how else can we allow or let our clients and members to support us?
I mean, yeah, letting them dictate the conversation a little bit more here, I think, is a good first step. And just letting them tell us what they need, and then have that communication open both ways. Letting clients know that, hey, I'm going to be a little bit swamped with getting back to you because I'm trying to come up with programs for 40 different people right now. So this may take a little bit of time. Or do you mind if we do more of a generic style program for a little while that considers what you need, but also it's just a little bit shorter, and maybe it's not as goal driven, but it's more just move your body specific. Can we work with those parameters for a little while?
Yeah.
Up until, I think a lot of us are transitioning right now where it's, yeah, we're like Jeff's operation at Bang, like we're very much focused on doing things very specifically in-house. It will take some time to get everyone up and running on the same page. So just asking for a little bit of leeway and saying, hey, let's roll with this for right now, and then we'll modify as we need to.
Yeah, thank you. I know Erin has to hop off shortly to continue saving the world in her own way, as we all do here. But I do want to throw out one last question to folks that are here. And I got this, I got this question from one of the folks in our community. So what she's actually asking, she's giving us a little bit of our own medicine. She's saying, what about the two crazy questions? So what is good about this? What would be bad about going back to normal? Like, what is the missed opportunity here? Is there a missed opportunity here? So Jeremy, Jeff, and anyone here live, I actually invite you to join in here. What is good? Anything? Upsides?
I think it was maybe JB who posted this the other day, and just saying that the thing that people seem to want the most, at least 2 weeks ago, was more time to be able to spend with their family, more time to do the things that they want to do, having less structure and deadlines. And now you have that thing. You have all the time to be with your family right now. You have all the time to kind of like curl up and be a little less rigid with schedule. So maybe something that you explore now is just, okay, now that I have this time, how do I best utilize it?
A great answer. And I would add to that by just saying, please don't feel compelled to rush and fill these moments. Ideas and inspiration don't have room to enter a crowded space, and that could be your mental space, that could be your schedule. This is a rare thing where we've actually got it. And maybe we can just let that live for a while and see what that feels like. Before being compelled to occupy all of that. On the flip side, I would also ask, like, what do you not like about the industry? What drives you nuts about your own work? And that could be admin stuff, that could be busy work, that could be, I've heard complaints, about, well, I don't. A great trainer is just very charismatic and has a great personality. Oh, you don't like that? Okay, all right. We'll show the world what technical excellence is like. Somebody else might say, oh, I don't like dry, overly technical people. Okay, we'll build connection and rapport, build charisma. My own thing is, I don't love cheerleading as training. I don't think that's really what people need. So for me, it forces the question, well, what kind of deep support do people need? What do people require to build intrinsic motivation? Well, maybe that's what we can be there to help support.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love, I think Marta is weighing in here too, saying drawbacks are a great opportunity to grow in a different direction. So that opportunity of noticing, this really drives me nuts, so I'm going to go the opposite way, and provide this other thing to people who might be feeling the same way. I remember posting on my Facebook group a little while ago saying, like, I wish there was a meetup for mummies who hate mummy meetups, because that's a thing. And the response I got was actually, like, it was very humorous, because it was a great response for that same reason that Jeff was talking to. Like, some folks hate cheerleading or don't think cheerleading training is the best way to train. So that gives an opportunity to provide that very thing to people who feel the same way. So that sounds like a great note on which to wrap up today's conversation. I wanted to say thank you to Coach Jeremy and Coach Jeff for being here and sharing their takeaways. And thank you guys for joining us on this rainy afternoon in Ontario. And we'll see you at the next one. Thank you very much.